Hey guys, welcome back to the Nets, the home of unbiased views. This is a channel where we talk about cricket and all the things that are happening in the world of cricket with games all over the world. And today we saw one of those fascinating games where you realize why Rohit Sharma is one of the best captains that we know of. Before we go anywhere, if you're coming in for the first time, please do hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you've been here before and you like our channel, or if you have feedback for us, please do leave it in the comments on the feedback section. We would be glad to improve on the content. But that being said, the past 2 days have probably shown why the Indian Premier League is probably the best league all over the world. So yesterday we saw Sanju Samson falling short by a few runs, and some people may call it a little bit of a selfish play, or some people might call it cockiness, or whatever that is. But that was one of the most brilliant innings that we have seen in T20. And that being said, today was a game of the two powerhouses. I would say powerhouses, Mumbai Indians and KKR. But if you look at it, Mumbai Indians have won 11 of the past 12 games that they have played against KKR. So for some reason, Mumbai Indians can be called as the Achilles heel of KKR. And today was again no difference. Mumbai was reinforced with Quinton de Kock in the squad. He didn't really do much, but then again, having a settled side that Mumbai is, Quinton de Kock being in the back was always going to be a threat. And Mumbai getting into bat first did not really get the kind of start that they were hoping for. So it was a pitch where even Rohit Sharma was struggling. We could see that Rohit Sharma wasn't his usual Rohit Sharma that we know of, who might have played like 40 odd balls and then manages to score 43, or he scored 34 balls and managed to score 43 odd runs. The real impetus happened with Surya Kumar Yadav, who seems to be going from strength to strength, managed to get yet another 50, and was able to actually, at one point, it seemed like Mumbai would very well look settled to be making a score on in par of like 170 or 180. And mind you, this pitch in Chennai had a par score of 173. So I don't think there was any reason why Mumbai would have struggled. But then again, they were playing a side which is a little bit strong when it comes to the bowling than it is on the batting side. And that being said, they bowled brilliantly. Chakravarti, Shakib. For some reason, Harbhajan seems to be underutilized by KKR. And for some reason, I believe that in two matches, if you're getting 3 overs out of Harbhajan, you might as well substitute him with a genuine batsman or a genuine bowler. But again, Prasidh Krishna, Pat Cummins, Andre Russell, who managed to get a fifer. Strong enough batting lineup, and they managed to restrict Mumbai to 152. Russell had one of those days where everything that he was bowling was turning into gold. He managed to get 5 wickets in a span of 2 overs and gave away 15 runs. So that became the reason of downfall for Mumbai Indians. Uh, Again, not enough contributions from the middle order, and there were some streaky blows by Krunal Pandya that managed to get us to 152. That being said, Kolkata, when they came in, the Knight Riders, they got a brilliant start. They did not lose a wicket till 52. And even though they were not really going firing all cylinders, and kudos to the Mumbai bowling lineup for that. 52 that they scored, where they lost their first wicket, Mumbai never really got them going above a run rate of 7.5 or 8. And I think that is where Mumbai managed to keep the score in check. And again, the brilliance of Rohit Sharma as a captain comes in when, even when he knows that Trent Bolt, was expensive in his first spell, Jensen, who was expensive, he managed to hold them back. He bought himself on. Rahul Chahar was having a brilliant day, and Mumbai managed to. At one point of time, there was a timeline where there was 31 needed of 30 balls, and that in today's day is a game which has to be won by a batting team 10 out of 10 times. But then comes the brilliance of Bumrah and Trent Bolt and Krunal Pandya, who sometimes tends to be underrated. Now, there might be an argument here that we can look at it like Rohit Sharma's brilliant captaincy or an absolute batting failure or collapse from Kolkata Knight Riders when you need a run a ball and you're trying to go over the top. It just shows that there is something not right in the batting lineup, or the message that is not really coming in through. They had a batting depth, and somebody like even a Harbhajan Singh or Pat Cummins can actually give you a run a ball. You're talking about batsmen of the quality of Morgan, uh, Dinesh Karthik, Andre Russell. So they had enough batting lineup to probably score 15 or 17 in the last over. But again, that being said, Rohit Sharma, who's known to save his best bowler for the 19th over to add the last over pressure, managed to do it again. Bumrah was spot on in the 19th over and then needing 15 of the last over against Trent Bolt. After the first two dot balls, it was always going to be an uphill task. So Mumbai has finally managed to put, as always, points on the board in the second game, not the first one, but the second one. And now, as the table stands, they are second in the league, but it doesn't really mean anything since we have an entire tournament out there to go. So that was what has happened in the world of the Premier League today. The next game tomorrow would be Sunrisers Hyderabad versus Royal Challengers Bangalore. Again, Kohli's team riding high on confidence. I would probably bank on them to get the job done, but a lot depends on who Sunrisers Hyderabad pick in their squad. I would personally have Williamson in this squad or any squad, and I keep harping on that over and over and over again. Williamson has to start. No matter which format, what type of cricket you're playing, Williamson has to start. So, big question mark. But today's day is for Mumbai to rejoice. Rahul Chahar, man of the match, 4 wickets in 4 overs, 27 runs, brilliant bowling. Krunal Pandya, 12 runs in 24 balls that he bowled. The quicks were a little expensive, but Rohit brought himself on. Shows again that he is accountable. He wants to hold himself accountable, brings himself into the mix, and in the end, they showed why they are a big squad and how they know end up on the winning note more often than not. From the world of international cricket, one of the big news that came out was India, when they fly off to England in June, will be going with a bigger squad, a squad of 24, rather than the earlier plan of having India A versus India, the team India versus India A. And that has changed. So England has said that you would rather come with a bigger squad and play with the local teams than have an India versus India A match. And that is a part of their COVID restrictions. They also plan to have a tour going down later in the year where India A will be playing England A, and same is going to happen with Sri Lanka and England as well. More to come on that front, but that's all that we have for today. On that note, if you guys are coming in so far, please do hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you like the channel, please give me a shout out. If you don't like the channel, please do let me know why, and I will be more than glad to work on the content. And that again being said, wherever you guys are, stay healthy, stay safe, wear a mask, do whatever you can, and social distance yourself. That's all that I have. The channel is back to the nets. Look forward to seeing you guys again. Thank you.